The wife simply picked up her husband's phone by mistake, only to receive a call that was enough to destroy their marriage. The caller claimed to be a hotel front desk employee and said that her husband had stayed there with another woman the previous Wednesday. During their stay, the bed frame in the room had been damaged, and he now needed to pay $10,000 in repair costs. The wife froze when she heard this because her husband had clearly told her that he had gone back to his hometown in the countryside for a gathering that Wednesday. Moments later, the hotel sent a photo of the damaged bed frame. The wife was shocked when she saw it. Only then did she realize that the husband who had always treated her with such care and affection had been cheating on her for a long time. Overwhelmed by a powerful wave of disgust, she rushed into the restroom and vomited repeatedly. But after calming down, she did not immediately confront her husband. First, she had to find out exactly who the woman at the hotel had been. One day, the security guard at her residential complex suddenly stopped her. He told her that her husband had recently been calling someone to their home to repair the heating system and that the repair worker had just entered her apartment. The wife immediately sensed that something was wrong. It was the middle of a scorching summer, so there was no way the heating system in their home needed repairs. She immediately asked the guard for the visitor logbook so she could find out what was going on. When the guard handed her the logbook, she saw that the person who had come to repair the heating system was actually the man her husband always described as his most trusted best friend. The wife quickly rushed home and carefully pushed the door open just enough to peek inside. But after seeing what was happening in the apartment, her entire body froze. Her husband's so-called best friend was actually a short-haired woman. She normally entered the residential complex dressed as a maintenance worker simply to conceal their relationship. The wife trembled with rage and wanted to storm in and expose them on the spot, but she quickly changed her mind. Confronting them now would let them off far too easily. She was determined to make everyone around them see her husband's true colors. She wanted them to lose everything and have their reputations completely ruined. From that day forward, the wife pretended that she knew nothing. She simply installed several hidden cameras around the apartment. Sure enough, whenever she left for work, the short-haired woman would put on her maintenance uniform and openly enter the wife's home. But through the surveillance footage, the wife discovered that her mother-in-law also knew about the affair. The mother-in-law told her son over the phone that she knew very well he did not love his wife at all. But his wife came from a very wealthy family and had not yet given their family a child. As long as his wife became pregnant and gave birth to a child for the family, the mother-in-law would no longer interfere with his relationship with the other woman. After hearing this, the wife finally saw everything clearly. From the very first day she married into this family, her mother-in-law had never cared about her as a person. All she cared about was her family's money and a child she could give birth to. The furious wife immediately contacted a lawyer and prepared a divorce agreement that would leave her husband with nothing. But she felt that divorce alone was not enough. She not only wanted her husband to apologize to her publicly, but also wanted every relative and villager to know exactly what kind of man he really was. So the wife had someone create a fake pregnancy test report. She then called her mother-in-law and told her that she was pregnant. The mother-in-law was overjoyed and immediately told the couple to return to their hometown in the countryside the following day to pay respects to their ancestors. While her husband went to pack their luggage, the wife secretly picked up his phone and sent a message to the other woman. Pretending to be her husband, she told the woman that his wife was pregnant, that he had decided to return to his family, and that he would take his wife back to his hometown in the countryside the next day to pay respects to their ancestors. She then sent several cold and heartless farewell messages before deleting the woman's contact information. Early the next morning, the wife returned to the countryside with her husband. Her father-in-law and mother-in-law excitedly gathered their relatives and the villagers to go to the family's ancestral hall and pay respects to their ancestors. Just then, the husband suddenly received a call from the woman. The moment the wife saw the incoming call, she knew the woman had taken the bait. The husband lied that his company was calling and said he needed to handle something first. In reality, he secretly ran to the ancestral hall in the village, where the woman was